Yo, top of the day. We are here. It is 5 a.m. This is Coach Chris.
This is your boy, Coach Miles.
And this is the Drive for 5 podcast.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it going. Yes, sir. You hear it. The Niner faithful has entered Philly.
They taking over Philly.
Brocky.
They taking over.
Purdy has entered Philly. The NFC Championship game has arrived.
You know Jalen ain't finna have that. He probably already feel disrespected.
Jalen feels disrespected his whole career. It's been a rocky road for him, man.
If I'm Jalen, I'm little boring Purdy right now.
Well, they met before. In college. Iowa State, Oklahoma. Close game.
And how'd that go?
Oklahoma put it out 38-37. It was a close game. Brock threw a pick at the 2-point conversion and would have won the game for him. It was an interesting game.
What they say, defense win championships.
Yeah, I mean, when you're Oklahoma, you're playing against Iowa State, it works out like that. But this is not Iowa State, Oklahoma. This is the 49ers in that stingy defense, the number one defense in the league.
I don't know, man. Jalen got that thing rolling. Jalen got it rolling.
It's going to be an interesting game, man, because if you know the history of Hurts, you know he lost a lot of big games. He lost a lot of big games.
He's won big games.
Tua has won big games.
Tua came in one time.
And that was the only one he won. Let's talk about it.
Wait, hold on. He ain't got no chip.
He won that one chip, and that was the one Tua won. After that, he went to he transferred to Oklahoma. He won a Heisman. In Oklahoma. He has not won another championship. He lost in the conference. He lost in the championship. Well, Oklahoma in the Big Four game. Yeah. Jalen Hurts is not the proclaimed winner we all think he is, and it's going to be interesting to see him show up in the big games.
I got to check that out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now we do know that the guys at the 49ers, Debo, Trent, they all been there before. This is the second NFC Championship game. They lost last year to the Rams, so you know they're interested and eager to get back at that and win them a ring. You know what I mean? I think the offense is flowing a lot better with Brock Purdy.
But this is a big game for him.
Yeah,
this is a big game.
Is a big game for him.
No.
Every game has been a big game for him.
No. He's on the road. He's on the road in Philly.
Yeah.
Temperature's cold. Yeah. Eagles fans, hello.
Yeah.
Pass rush.
I mean,
DBs. Matter of fact, what receivers y'all got?
Brandon Ayuk has had over 1,100 yards this year. A breakout year. Last year he had 800. He's a stud. And if you notice, anybody who knows Brandon Ayuk, they know his breakout game came against Philly his rookie year. BA.
It's not been the same DBs. It's not been the same DBs.
I'm sure Darius Slay was still there.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Nah. Hell no.
Maybe you're right.
No.
Last year, Philly made 49ers, and the 49ers got the best of Philly. We know it was a close game. Jimmy Garoppolo was a quarterback then. Also a proven winner, but we know
different stakes.
Yeah, and the offense has been flowing a lot differently with Glock Purdy in the lineup. We average 30 points a game. Since Glock has entered the
Hey, has he been down all year? Has he been down at any time?
The Raiders, interesting enough. We were down versus the Raiders.
Was he down 7? Wasn't really a big game.
It wasn't a big game.
Wasn't really a big game.
We went in overtime. It was a shootout.
That's just a rivalry. It wasn't a big game.
You know, the Seahawks was a close game. We went to halftime down. The playoff game.
Seahawks really don't make down yet, though.
These are the type of things that has to happen. Like what people understand about football or anything in life is that it's the first time for everything. You gotta play to show up in big games. You won't know if he can show up in big games until you see him show up in the big game. So tomorrow, if he shows up in the big game, then it's gonna be like, well, can he show up in the Super Bowl? I mean, you asked that same question about Aaron Rodgers on his first trip to the bowl. I'm sure you asked that same question when Tom Brady entered his first chip to the bowl. Like, he took over for Drew Bledsoe. Like, these things happen with quarterbacks in the past, and I'm trying to understand is why can't it happen with Purdy this year? I mean, the Niners have been rolling. They've been to 3 out of 4 NFC Championship games in the last 4 years. Like, they have a different quarterback at stake. Jimmy was a proven winner, but he shown to lose in the big games. Sort of like Jalen Hurts. They kind of remind me of each other. And I want to.
Whoa! In what way? In what way?
They both fit the system. They both fit their system, in which that system they thrive. But if you put them in any other situation, as you've seen with different offensive coordinators that Jalen Hurts has encountered,
I mean, it's a schematic.
Obviously, yeah, and you can see that he's prone to turnovers and who he really is. But again, he's in a thriving system at this particular moment. And that's going to be interesting to see how DeMeco Ryans handles that offense from Sirianni.
Let's talk about the speed and the physicality of those Philly receivers.
AJ Brown dominant.
Dog.
I wouldn't say physicality besides AJ Brown.
What, man? He's damn near poor man's DK Metcalf.
Exactly.
What are we talking
You've
about?
seen how 49ers handling him with Shajavius Ward. The first game versus Seattle, he followed around the game and shut him down. It wasn't until the second game is when he started going crazy.
Wait, who?
Yeah, Shajavius Ward. Come on now, he's a big pickup from Kansas City. And I liked him in Kansas City.
I liked him in Kansas City.
I
liked him. But I just, like, these boys got to play in Philly. I keep saying that, like, man, you got to play in Philly.
Yeah. It's a different environment. It's a different environment.
It's cold.
I don't think that's going to bother much of the Niners. We played in Green Bay last year in the tundra when it was snowing. And we see how that game turned out.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about that being much of a factor, but I do know the fan noise, the crowd, how they operate. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, but tough. So who gonna guard number 6? How y'all gonna handle Jalen in the run game?
Well, we handle Jalen
with the RPO behind it.
See, that comes to outstanding linebacker play.
I like Jalen over Dak, so I think that he's a way better quarterback than that.
As a quarterback,
yes,
I don't agree. I think Dak was in a. I think
Jalen Hurts right now is a better quarterback than Dak.
I don't think Kellen Moore is as good as offensive coordinator.
Man, you can't keep look, man. You can't not blame Kellen Moore for interceptions that Dak throws in big games.
I'm not saying you can blame him all the time, but
because at the end of the day, check the stats. When the Cowboys lose big games in the playoffs, it's been because of Dak's INTs.
Yeah, well, we all know Dak consistency. He's known for 4 straight years. He has never went 2 games without throwing a pick. That's a known fact. However, I would beg to differ. With his rookie year, he had an outstanding year, and I don't think it was Kellen Moore calling plays. I really think that was Jason Garrett calling those plays, and I think that scheme does matter because if you become, easy to dictate, and the defense begin to dictate your offense because they're up and you now trying to get too creative because and you're running hitch routes. That's your go-to play call. I mean, of course, defense is gonna get stingy. You're gonna throw picks. They're gonna start to jump routes.
I feel like Dak is a grown man. He's been with Kellen Moore for a little while now. He understands the offense. He has that ability to change plays. His job is to make Kellen Moore look good, and throwing picks is the reason why Kellen Moore is looking bad. But check this out too. Kellen Moore up for jobs every year.
He is.
So,
which is interesting to me.
So come on, man.
It's interesting to me.
That guy, he can get a Power 5 job right now if he wanted to. Easy.
Definitely, I agree. Nah, I mean, but that's it. being able to get a Power 5 job and being able to sustain one, you know what I mean, in this day and age. I mean, of course, his offense ability in college will thrive. Yeah. But I think in the NFL, when it comes to players, as you say, having to
I don't know how much of a game manager he is.
Who?
I mean, not just a team manager. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
like he would have to bring in like really great guys up under him to like really make him look good. But as far as getting a team to buy into him, I'm not sure. I don't know. I ain't never met the guy.
Yeah, as I would. It's just one of those things where you wonder, is it him that's calling the plays, is making it like, because again, scheme matters, and if you have a go-to route that you're going to, and as defense is starting to pick up on things, you know, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting game. I know the Eagles lead the league in sacks, 70 this year, record breaking. They're in par with the 85 Bears. It's going to be interesting, man.
They coming at Brock.
They're coming at Brock. But
what's got to happen? What's got to happen is Debo has to have a stand-up game, and your boy McCaffrey, he got to show up, man.
McCaffrey definitely has to show up.
He got to show up.
I think it's gonna come down to more of not making mistakes. If you notice,
he got to show up.
Glock Purdy, man, he hasn't made many mistakes. He's been playing very smart football, making proper reads when he is getting in trouble. He's throwing the ball away. It's not a lot of hiccups he's encountering here, man. And I'm starting. He's playing like a veteran quarterback, and like I said, like people are think I'm crazy, but I'm wondering, like, why can't he be the next Tom Brady? Like, why can't
who?
Glock Purdy. I mean, let's.
Okay, I get it, man. He's 8-0.
I'm talking too soon. What I'm saying is, he has an opportunity with a great team around him to position himself to win a Super Bowl now in his rookie year. Something that no other quarterback has done. The closest quarterback to have doing that was Tom Brady, who was on the bench, riding pine from Drew Bledsoe, I think, his sophomore year. You know, we got Ben Roethlisberger, but mainly,
ain't no other quarterbacks been as a rookie?
No quarterback has ever played football, and no quarterback has ever started a Super Bowl game. Didn't ever. This will be pull it up. Look it up. There's not a quarterback has ever started an NFL Super Bowl. This will be the first ever. Which is why I'm saying, if he pulls this off tonight, like, you know, we legit gotta start considering that this kid might really be good. Like, and it's not.
I don't think he's bad. He's a winner.
He's been winning.
He's a winner. What he's done for the Iowa State team has been ridiculous. He's got Matt Campbell looking real good for big time jobs.
Right.
So I get it.
And he done the same thing at Iowa State. If you notice, he was the third string quarterback his freshman year and ended up taking over the stock his freshman year and ended up winning out. Got him to a big bowl game, or for preservable season, and went from there. Like he's a winner, man. He's a winner, and this is by far gonna be his toughest test he's encountered. Like it's easy to say. Like the Eagles, the secondary is immaculate.
You're right, man.
You got a pass rush. You got the Dominican Sue, Brandon Graham. It's some dogs up front. Hassan Reddick. Now, but when you go into that linebacker corridor, and where we like to eat, where the Niners like to really win, is where them in routes, those drags, those slants across the middle. Like when we start to tear that up, and it's rack. Yak and rack. All right, that's when we start to see a different ball game, because the Niners can win that game.
No, for sure. No, don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. It's just, man, that's gonna be tough.
Now, we'll see.
Eagles are playing The Eagles is playing, man.
Eagles are playing.
Gilly gonna be there too.
Where the Eagles? Yeah,
Gilly.
He probably gonna be there.
Gilly gonna be going crazy on the ground.
I'm gonna be talking crazy. Hey, we gonna see, man. I hope Meek there too. Because you know what I mean. Like
Meek gonna be there with the old boy that on the what's his name, Ruben? The 76ers owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gonna be with him.
He probably is. Probably in the owner suite. I'm surprised Robert Kraft there too, just to be there.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of a sports junkie.
Who? Me?
Kraft.
Yeah. I think they all are a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think Meek is too. I think they all got a little.
Of course. Well, Meek wish he could play.
Yeah, he's one.
That's what that is.
Like
because at least Gilly can hoop a little bit.
Gilly be actually hooping.
You seen his? You seen his high school? You seen his high school clips?
No,
he was dropping?
I never watched his high school. I gotta check it out.
He don't drop the high school clips. I think it was like back in '93.
Gilly,
old Jim hooping. You gotta see him right now though. He probably better than he is. He probably better now than he was back then.
I gotta check it out. We're gonna do predictions later for the Niners, Eagles. You know what I mean? We also know it's the next game coming up. It's the Chiefs versus the Bengals. Man.
It's a big thing going on right now with Burrows being better than Mahomes.
Yeah, they calling Kansas City Burrowhead.
Right.
They're calling it Burrowhead. That's tough.
That's crazy.
Hey, did you hear the mayor? The mayor actually came out and put out a PSA saying that they're gonna do a paternity test to see if Burrow is Mahomes' dad. I swear he released
the disrespect.
Disrespect.
Wow.
And I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody.
I like Burrow. I like Burrows, but the way that to me, man, I just feel like the way that they hyping up the game and stuff like that is gonna go towards the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't think you want to poke the bear. I think Mahomes is gonna Mahomes is different still. Like Burrow is there, but I think
I seen him throw a ball the other day. He split his feet and just stood there and just like,
Yeah, hey, man, the kid does some crazy things, man. I don't know. I think there's no quarterback like him. I don't know.
He done started the whole trend, man. He got all these. He got all these kids and other guys throwing sidearm. Now you got all these trainers on Instagram trying to.
Effect.
Yeah, man.
So one of those. But I will say, Burrow, that kid is a winner. He's a winner, man, and that he's been pulled off of definitely games. And he's that confidence to lead a team.
I gotta check my boy. I gotta check my boy Swag out. When he entered the stadium, that's what's going. That's what's going to
see the viral clip of him spinning, throwing the ball, and spinning.
But Justin Fields did that first.
Yeah,
Justin Fields did that.
Oh, I didn't.
That's just go back and watch Justin Fields, man. He always throws the ball, turns around, spin it. Maybe it's an Ohio State thing.
Okay,
because they both were at Ohio State.
Yeah.
It could be an Ohio State thing.
But give props to Justin Fields. You know what I mean? I think Justin Fields gonna have an amazing year next year.
Man, all he needs is a little bit around him. He doesn't have the Jamar Chases and the Brandon Ayuk's. He don't have Christian McCaffrey's or Mike Sanders. He don't have those kind of guys.
He doesn't have anything on defense either. He has nothing to win right now. But we'll see next year.
He ain't got that.
Aaron Poles, he's actually from the Canandaigua area up near Rochester.
Who?
Aaron Poles, the GM. He's from Canandaigua area.
He's the GM for who?
The Bears.
He's from New York, upstate.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why he can't. That's probably why he can't put together a team.
It's his first year. How are you gonna say that? You don't know. This is gonna be his first year. We're gonna see what he does. He's actually got with that pick that he has. The debate was, would you trade
for Bryce Young?
Would you trade Justin Fields and draft Bryce Young.
No, what I'm doing is I'm making a trade and jumping back to like the 4th or 5th pick, and I'm finna gain some more value, and then I'm gonna take a pass rusher.
Yeah,
they just let your boy go to the Ravens, Raekwon Smith.
Yes,
like come on, man.
And what it's the interesting topic on that. The Texans have 2 picks this draft. You know what I mean? That's something to look forward to. They need a quarterback. You know what I mean? They may trade those 2 picks to the Bears and pick up 2 acquisitions there. I think the Bears need a pass rush. I think
they need to get a pass. They need to get a pass rush. They need to go pass rush. They can get it. I feel like you can get a receiver in 3rd, 4th, 5th round.
I think
it's so many of them. You know, like I feel like you can get one unless I don't know. Is there like an elite one coming out? I know your boy Addison from USC and he's legit. He's legit.
TCU kid.
The TCU kid.
I don't know. Besides that, you know what I mean. I know it's a lot of solid receivers. I wouldn't say.
I'm talking elite.
Elite. No, I'm not sure.
I'm talking elite.
I think that'll probably be next year when you got the Marvin Harrison Jr.
I thought he was coming out this year.
Next year is gonna be.
They say that crazy. Man. I was reading something about they had a rumor of him going to USC. That'd be crazy for Lincoln Riley.
Yeah,
I don't know. Crazy.
I like what Mario Addison did, but I think he could have did better. I think he could have did better at Pitt if you know what I'm saying. Like
he would have been the focal point.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so draft stock wise, I think he would just.
But it's hard. It's hard not to believe in Lincoln Riley's vision when you got the Marquise Browns, the CeeDee Lambs. It was like 2 or 3 more came out. Your boy Andrews that said with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like Lincoln got some receivers out here balling in the league.
He does have receivers out there.
He's got ballers. So it's hard if that guy calls your phone and say, hey, look, you come out to LA, it's in the heart of LA.
Heart of LA.
Hey, we can get you NIL deals up to 2-3 million. Get you this, get you that, maybe some movies, commercials. It's easier to meet people, network. It's a win-win for you on and off the field. Pitt, come on.
Yeah.
What's going on in Pitt? You gonna work at the Heinz factory? Nah, man.
I get it. Nah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, I was just thinking about draft stock. I feel like if you propel yourself, he could have been one of those top 5.
Nah, it's less distractions.
Yeah.
You more of a focal point. Like, these are things that, like, these are big time. That was a big time decision. Like, just winning the Blitnikoff.
Yeah.
But for me, I think for him to leave, because he didn't just make that decision on his own.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But for him to do that, I think it was something going on within the Pitt program.
Yeah, well,
and he felt like I got a better chance at winning the chip. I got a better chance at exposure, maybe. Kenny Pickett leaves.
It's like, I gotta find another. You gotta go through another quarterback cycle. It might not be getting as much looks. You know the things. I get it. You know what I mean? That NIL that's a big one. That's a big one. You know what I mean? Some of these kids are
Man, I just was looking at something the other day, man. They say your boy Bronny James, man, 7.3, 7.5 M's.
$5 million.
That's crazy.
Hey,
but that's his own money. No, he ain't gotta take that. He ain't gotta take.
He's not even in college yet, though. That's the crazy. He's not even in college yet. So
man, dog who?
His college endorsements.
I think the little one gonna be better.
The little one's definitely better. The little one's definitely better. Like, so here's the discussion, and we're gonna throw this it's gonna go a little off topic. But I had this discussion earlier. If you're the Orlando Magic, and you have the number 1 pick the year Bronny comes out, do you draft him? Considering you watching Bronny and his highlights plus how much he averages a game, which is close to like 10 points a game, he's not really doing much. You know what I mean? Would you draft Bronny number 1?
If he goes to wherever school he goes to, because he just dropped his top 3,
right?
And he balls and he takes over games and stuff like that. If he's the best guy, yeah.
Okay.
Because you know how basketball more of a take the best available than need and schematics.
Right.
So that's
best available. Also,
best available.
Name ties, brand ties matter nowadays too with the NIL and how things are working in that situation. So you know that's a big thing that's happening.
Yeah,
so when you thinking, I'm thinking to myself, number 1 pick, I'm Orlando Magic. It's the 2026 draft or 2025 draft. If Bronny's coming, and I know in my head that LeBron James wants to play a year with his son. And he's doing 2-year deals. So that means he's going to be a free agent that year to be able to sign.
I mean, for a marketing thing, for money.
Marketing, not only for marketing, LeBron has never really lost. Like, but you're not making the playoffs, and you're being the Orlando Magic or the Indiana Pacers or the Washington Wizards. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey, like, yeah, I want to win a chip. Or I want to even I want to compete for a chip. I'm going to get.
Bron ain't leaving L.A.
Bron is leaving L.A. for a chance to play with his son. That's his only accomplishment. He already won a chip in LA. He don't need to prove anything else in LA, as you can see. But he's still averaging 30 a game. He about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
this
week, within the next 6 days.
They say them tickets is crazy.
Within the next 6 days, he'll beat it. And what's gonna happen is when he beats it, you know what I mean? Like everything else is extra. You know.
Another discussion came up though. I know it's off topic. Another discussion came up was how many games compared to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus those two. How many games did it take to get there versus how many games it took Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to get to?
Interesting. I don't know.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So that was the debate, man. We were just talking about the other day.
Wasn't it fewer games?
It was fewer games.
So LeBron really did this. I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, man. But okay. So here's my argument. My argument is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't have to play against the talent LeBron is playing against, game in, game out. These kids right now are coming out. Man, listen, man. Wheeler High School, man. I just went and seen them the other day down there in Kennesaw, whatever, Georgia.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You played on Little League.
And man, they got the number 1 player in the nation. Hooping. They got the number 1 player. They just went out there and played Bronny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. They got flew out there by Nike, and it was a big old thing. And your boy Rich Paul is supposed to be signed to him, which is it's going to be one of their first or second high school athletes that they done signed. So, you know, they doing things over there at Clutch. But, man, that kid NBA ready, man. It'll be no way we compete against them. They got 5 or 6 D1 Power 5 kids on their team, and then everybody that they're playing is top notch schools. But that's one thing about that basketball, boy.
High school basketball,
it's different.
It's definitely different.
Anybody can be anybody.
Basketball, right? And it's almost like AAU basketball. You got kids just stocked up with teams, man, and it's it's hard to compete against those kids. They've been playing together for so long. They've been playing pickup ball. They play, off season together. You know what I mean? They come up together, and it's different. You know what I mean? 5-on-5 cohesion. Yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and look into to predictions this weekend, man. Big game tomorrow.
Yeah, I know who I got, man. I mean, I like Brock Purdy, man. I love what he's doing. He's listening exactly what Shanahan's telling him to do, and he's got some guys. I think he's gonna need some help. I do like the way the Eagles' offense and defense is playing. I'm definitely going with the Eagles.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man. Like 49ers isn't a team that I hate. You know, I feel like if y'all was playing somebody else like Green Bay or something like that, I would be rooting for. But you know, man, I'm gonna stick with Jalen, man. I want Jalen to win because he's got too many doubters, and it's crazy that you know he's clearly won more games and he's played in more big games than Brock Purdy, but you know he's like clearly like the underdog in this whole thing. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles with that one, and. You know, I'm gonna take Deion's quote, man. Keep the main thing. I like what the Bengals are doing, but you know, Mahomes got something to prove. Those guys play for him, and they've been doing this for a long time, and I just don't see anything changing. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I like the Eagles and the Chiefs for the Super Bowl.
Interesting. You know who I'm going with the Niners versus the Eagles. I'm going to stick with what works. 12 straight. About to make it 13. Playing against an Eagle team that I think in all honesty, after looking over so much, we actually match up with pretty well. I think that with Shanahan, the way he calls plays, like this is one of those games where we're actually going to do a lot better than what people think, and we're gonna start to dash the Eagles defense a little bit. We're gonna hit them early, and I think from that point on, it's gonna be a heavy run game from Elijah Mitchell and Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? But so I'm gonna go with the Niners. I'm gonna go slight with a shootout. I'm thinking 31-30.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm saying like 17-10 or 14-7. I don't know.
Go at the end of the game with a field goal to win it, 40-plus yards. That's how I see it happening. I see Debo going off. I see Brandon Ayuk having a big game. These guys got a lot to prove, man, and they won at the Super Bowl. They won it bad. And I think our offensive line is a lot better than what people think, and I think we're going to improve it tomorrow. So I'm going with the Niners. In reference to the Bengals and the Chiefs, I'm going to say this, man. Like I've always believed, I'm a firm believer that my eyes it never fails me when it comes to talent. And something about that Burrow kid. Something about that Burrow kid that just be like, yeah, that kid's a winner. He's going to do what it takes to win. He's not going to fold under pressure. I think he finds Jamar Chase early and often. I think he has one of those games where he starts off like 10 for 10. And
if he does that, that's ball game.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened to the Bills. And I think
if the Bengals play like they played last week tomorrow, Chiefs ain't got no shit.
I got the Bengals
they ain't got
also in a slick of a shootout, but not of sorts. I got them winning 24-17. Yeah, man, I feel like Joe Mixon is going to play a vital part in the game, and Joe Burrow is going to go back to the Super Bowl. We're going to get one of those reminiscent Super Bowls.
They should be able to run the ball.
Yeah, we're going to get one of them reminiscent Super Bowls.
Give up a lot on
Bengals, Niners in the Super Bowl. And we'll talk about that next week. That's my prediction. We'll also have the conversations about how this all turned out. You know what I mean? We just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little bit about what we'll be talking about here, the Drive for 5 podcast. We want to thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody.
We got a lot more content coming soon. And this is Drive for 5 podcast. We out.
We out.